Hi, my name is Daphne, and today I'm actually trying to get a little bit of work done in the garden before the rains come next week, and I think we have about a week's worth of rain. Um, so I have been planting some more spinach or some more plants that I actually purchased from local nurseries. I actually purchased another raspberry plant, so I put that in the ground today. And just planted out a few other things, some seeds, just to take advantage of the rain that's coming. I haven't been in the garden for a little while just because I had some wisdom teeth removed, so my face is still a little puffy, but I missed the garden so much, so the first chance I got, I was out here raking leaves and yeah, weeding and putting plants in the ground and burying seeds and just, trying to get some life back into me. But anyway, I'll show you a little bit of how the garden looks at the end of April. The weather's been kind of weird. We have had a couple of cold nights. They're in the 40s, and we did have upper 80s weather 3 weeks ago, so the garden's kind of in a weird place. But hopefully that changes because all of the plants in the house are getting way too big and they need to come outside. So we're hoping for better temperatures, but for right now I will show you how the garden looks at the end of April. So let's go. Alright, so here is the raised garden bed. It is looking beautiful, all of this beautiful color. So that's the Merlot lettuce here. We have some leeks here, which are starting to get some size to them. This I actually got from the store, the spinach, because for whatever the reason I don't have any luck growing spinach, or germinating spinach seeds, so usually I have to buy those starts. But we have our Merlot lettuce, which is almost ready to be cut, and then we have our tatsoi here, Asian greens in the back. These are all of our bok choys that survived. Look how beautiful she is. It's a purple bok choy right there. And hopefully these don't go to seed before we're able to actually enjoy them. We have our Paris Island lettuce here. Some odds and ends here. We have another purple bok choy, Paris Island lettuce, Merlot lettuce here. We have another spinach, and then we have some leeks on the side here. So there is the raised garden bed, and hopefully it's just full of blooms and blossoms after the next week with all of the rain. Then over here, because there was a comfrey that just wanted to grow, and I just really wanted it to grow, so I just made a small little garden bed here, and we have a beautiful comfrey here, very healthy. And the benefit of the comfrey is nothing actually grows around it because the leaves are just too wide for that, so it's actually a good location to have this thing. And the bees just love the flowers here, so we'll keep that here. And then on this side we just have our pepper beds, which the peppers are in the house. We don't have anything in here right now, but these elderberry cuttings, which actually need to come out of here because they're starting to take root and this is not their permanent location. So sometime next week these are actually going to go in their own separate containers, and maybe I'll just line them up along this area. But there's our beds here. Here is the compost bin, which is doing really well. This has to kind of be shifted in there, and I need to put some more leaves in there. But that is just a beautiful sight right there. Then we have an empty bed, which our Thai pepper is going to go in. Now look at this, our blueberry plants are coming back. They did suffer some cold damage because at night the temperatures are dropping really low, but it doesn't seem to be affecting the blossoms right now. So that's a good thing. And then every now and again you'll see little basins of water. I leave them for the bees and the other insects, where they have a way to hydrate themselves. There's another blueberry plant with suffering leaves. Like I said, the cold really got to these. It's not a nutrient deficiency. It's just they took a hit with that cold snap we had. So hopefully they're able to bounce back. Have a wonderful bucket of oregano here. Smells wonderful. In this bed we actually have some chocolate mint coming back, which I purchased from a local nursery here, Oakland Nursery, last year. So a bunch of this stuff. Here is the only surviving lemon balm and a random carrot for some reason, but there's lemon balm in this bed that is coming back, which is great. Look at this beautiful yarrow here. Isn't she gorgeous? Here is our lavender and little baby lavender here that actually germinated in the house. And this is a second year lavender here. So she should actually flower this year. But oh my God, if you just, she smells so beautiful. And here is some type of mint. I think it might be peppermint. I know it's not chocolate mint. It might be peppermint. Yeah. It's healthy, that's for sure. And here is chamomile. And I had to put these things over it to keep the squirrels from digging in this bed, but there's a bunch of chamomile in here. I'm probably gonna put a moringa there. And then this is another bed of oregano, which is doing wonderful. And this massive beauty right here is a comfrey. And then we also have our asparagus, which has little seeds on it now. Already. Now this is the raspberry I actually purchased from Whole Foods, and actually all of these came from Whole Foods. I think it was like maybe $20. I think it was a little less than that. Probably should have asked for a discount because the plant is a little sickly. It was in a really small container and it wasn't really watered, so she's soaking right now. But I did put some kitchen scraps at the bottom of this and just buried the container maybe about a foot into the ground. And just gave her some heavy rainwater, and hopefully she bounces back after the week of rain we get. So this is a new raspberry. This is also a raspberry from last year that I got from Whole Foods. And look, she's starting to grow back here now. This beautiful thing is our mullein, which I keep showing because she's gorgeous. We have a little baby raspberry there. It's another raspberry purchased from Whole Foods last year. A little red blackberry here. And then we have some more comfrey there and some bolted asparagus there. And I do need to pick up some more tomato plants because I only have a few that actually survived from last year. But these are our surviving strawberries, and some of them actually have little blooms on them, which is nice. We have a blackberry coming back. She is gorgeous. And then elderberry jungle. Look at this. Like we needed any more elderberry. This whole thing is just loaded. And then with the rain barrel, since we're going to get a bunch of rain next week, I actually emptied it out and put a spigot on it. That way I don't have to go inside of the rain barrel so much. I do need to probably put some bricks up to support it, but outside of that, there's the rain barrel. And then I usually attach a cord here with the overflow just to allow for the overflow to go directly into the elderberry patch there and not towards the house. But there's the elderberry patch. And then I actually threw an old sunflower head up there. Normally what I do with my sunflower seeds is I cut the heads, put them in brown paper bags and leave them in the garage just to have something to feed the birds in the winter. And I did that. It was supposed to be for the birds, but the squirrels got to it. So this whole thing was just covered with shells. But it was cute watching them eat in the morning. In this bed, we have a surprise asparagus roots coming back from last year. So that's pretty exciting. Look how huge they are. This is our little flower here. Healthy yarrow, some green onion, some more pea plants, which I might actually leave here, but this is my cucumber bed. I'm actually going to put some low marigolds in this bed as well, nothing too big. It's another flower and euthanasia here from last year. And look at this comfrey. Note to self, if you put comfrey in the ground, you're gonna have it everywhere. This is nothing but comfrey shoots. And I think the original parent is that one there. I think that the shoots run all the way underneath here. There's some more pea shoots there. There's some beautiful comfrey. And then we have peas all along here. My little dinosaur kale, hopefully she makes it. In this bed we just have bunching onion for now and some peas. I've got euthanasia here from last year, and thankfully, because this plant will actually produce a flower head this year, so it'll be beautiful to see her come up. We have some bunching onions, some more euthanasia there, a little tiny asparagus sprout, some peas along the fence line, another comfrey, look at her, little dinosaur kale hidden here, little ate-up dinosaur kale here. It's probably slugs. And then the surprise of a lifetime, outside of the mugwort, we have a Goldenseal. Now I purchased a Goldenseal plant last year. It came in the mail, and it died. Like a week later, I put it right here in this exact spot. It just died. I hadn't considered that the root was still alive. And so this year, this little plant just popped up. Now, I don't know for sure if it's going to make it. I have hopes. It's a good location for it because this area is relatively shaded. So I hope that it makes it. I'm just going to leave it alone, water it every now and again, and hopefully it thrives and likes the area. And then here we have red kale here. Hopefully she makes it as well. Slugs are just kind of weird. I'm going to have to put some Epsom salt down. And that's the thing, if you are having slug damage, the Epsom salt seems to repel them. So I'm gonna have to put some Epsom salt down. We do have another kale here. And then in a little herb bed over here, our banana mint is doing wonderful. We have our St. John's wort. Look at all of this. Stinging nettle. We have our self-heal, which is still alive. Some thyme. And then we have all of our hyssop right there in this bed. And then down in these two beds, we do have some little asparagus roots coming up in random places, which is perfectly fine. Some green onion. We do have some oregano coming back from last year's planting. We have some mugwort, which needs to come out of here because it'll take over the entire bed if I leave it there. We have some bolted southern mustard greens, which, by the way, are absolutely beautiful. Look at that. I don't want to disturb her. Hello, little one. Yeah, some bolted southern mustard, so we'll definitely have some seeds really soon. But the first flowers of the year, so I'll leave her there. We have our yarrow there, and just some bunching onions here. And then, as mentioned with mint, so this bed used to be ground level, and that's when I actually planted the mint, and it is still popping up. So I'm gonna have to like literally dig deep and just put this in a container, but you will always have it. Look at this. Good thing is I actually love chocolate mint, so it's not the worst thing to have it. I'm just gonna have to continuously dig it up, probably for life. I'll never fully get rid of it. Look how beautiful she is. All right, so there is the garden tour for the end of April. Not too much is going on. A lot of the perennials have definitely come back with a vengeance. What I actually do need to purchase is some lemon balm, because for whatever the reason the lemon balm has not come back. And that's kind of sad. It is a perennial. Not exactly sure what happened, but I will get at least 2 to 3 more plant starts for lemon balm and just put those in the empty spaces. But yeah, the garden is full of the perennials that were planted last year, and that is a good thing. Definitely get perennials in your garden, because when the winter blues kicks in and the spring weather isn't cooperating, you will still have green in your garden that you don't have to do anything with. You can just like put it in the ground and let it just go, and that is great. Oh, sorry, there's a honeybee back here on the some of the flowers. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that your gardens are doing pretty well. I know a lot of your gardens are blooming, you're getting harvests already, but for those of us that are still waiting, I hope that your gardens are doing well, your perennials are sprouting. I hope that your seed starts are doing wonderful, and we'll keep each other encouraged until May. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and have